what I think is corny that men do is they'll like a girl's photos of her like selfies and shit, but not like the photos of her and her kid, right?
Okay.
Or her and her boyfriend. So it's like, well, she's just my friend. Like, if she's just your friend, why didn't you like the photo of her kid? Why didn't you like the photo of her and her
Damn,
man?
see, I've never dug that deep.
Oh,
I
I
hope I
do.
don't fucking get that.
Don't
You can
do
do
it.
it for me. I'm gonna
No,
send you.
it's a downward spiral, bro. Don't do it.
Look, like my shit's like crazy. So, but
Yeah,
then again, I'm not doing shit. It's more like the shit that I receive, I guess. But he's private. I appreciate that.
that's good.
I know. I like that his profile's private.
Do you think he's more of like an introvert or an extrovert?
He's an extrovert, but he's a bartender, so he has to definitely be an
He
extrovert.
has to be.
Yeah. And like, I guess he like barely started going out
Mhm.
and like partying and going to like events or like raves and stuff like just a few years ago. So he's like in it, in the middle of it, while I'm like, I'm cool.
You're over it
And
now.
I'm like, go with your friend.
You think you're more of like an introvert now?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I'm like, I've been there, done that. I'm cool now.
yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm an extrovert when I have to be.
So like ambivert.
Ambivert.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about today. So
Exactly.
ambivert when you can like go back and forth.
Depending on
Yeah,
the
you're
day.
social around the right people.
Exactly.
Settings are right.
Yeah.
See, I never did like the basic club thing because by
Mhm.
the time I was in LA, I was like, no, private events only.
Right.
Like, why would I fucking go to a random ass club just to get bothered by people when like I'm going to like events all the time, like super snobby.
Yeah, how random. Um,
What's in today's news? It's Brittany.
Today's news, Brittany Griner.
Brittany
What do you
Griner.
think about it?
Well, I'm glad they got her out, I guess. At
Right.
first, I was like, why the fuck would you bring weed? But I didn't read the details. Like, I
Mhm.
didn't realize it was like she didn't know it was in her
Oh,
bag
an
and all that.
accident. She
Yeah,
didn't know.
because
She
I'm like,
fucking knew, dude. But
see, that's how I felt. Like, foreign countries are super fucking strict. Like, and like of all fucking countries to be like Russia, but then
definitely, yeah, Russia, which is going through some shit.
yeah,
And you thought you were gonna forget. No, bro, you're going to Russia. Check extra hard. Check the extra pockets. Buy a new bag, as a matter of
it's
fact.
just like it seemed like a lot of effort. Like I get it was a small mistake, and I'm sure being in it, I'm like, I wish they would do everything they could to get me the hell out of here.
Right.
So I'm glad she got out. But then I also saw like her activist or lawyer, whoever helped her,
Mhm.
is like gonna focus on the 12 other prisoners that Russia has that are American
Yeah,
now.
no
And I'm just
shit.
like,
That have been there longer than her.
yes. But I'm like, I hope that's the good part
Yeah.
that came out of it. But I'm also like,
No, she should have stayed. She should
is
have
there
stayed.
like an awareness of them because of her? I guess that would be the good
I think
coming out
because
of it.
she's in the public eye and
I
people in
didn't
the
think people
media,
would like advocate so hard for her as they did.
but they did.
They did, yeah.
But they're not advocating for the former Marine who's been out there for over 4 years now.
Yeah, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Paul Whelan. He was an American Marine. He served for our country. He's been over there for 4 years now on like counts of like espionage, which have never been proven, right? But she goes over there to play basketball, accidentally forgets weed in her bag when she knows it's illegal over there, and you should have taken those extra precautions to not do anything illegal. Because they had to trade her with someone that they call the merchant of death, bro. Like, and we've had him in our custody for over 20 years. You think
Damn, it was that was the trade?
Yes, for a basketball player.
That's wild.
For a basketball player. So for 20 years, this guy that they call the merchant of death has just been sitting in jail thinking about how much peace he's going to bring when he gets out. No, dude, it's not going to be good. This guy like bypasses embargoes. He doesn't care about like laws. He doesn't care. He provided weapons to Al Qaeda terrorists, to Rwanda, like all kinds of horrible places. That's why he was locked up. But she plays basketball, so here, take your
Okay, see, now I'm
straight
not really
killer
for
bag.
this trade. My thoughts going into it were like, well, hopefully it like was meant to happen to get the other prisoners out of there. Hopefully they follow through with that part. But now I'm like, I don't know about this trade now.
No,
if that's the case.
She is an American, so yes, they should be doing everything they can to get her back, but they should have got everybody back. That fool's a merchant of death.
I know. I was
She's
like,
not
they
the
could trade for some more people.
she's not the basketball player of death, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's not a fair trade at all. And now I'm like legit gonna be scared for like the future like they're going through that shit with Ukraine. Now you got the Merchant of Death out. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? That fool has missiles. Like, it's not gonna be good. But her wife, it advocated for her so hard, that, you know, she's here now. But I don't know. I feel like I'm selfless enough of a person to be like, well, my spouse went and did that illegal shit, and it's either her or this guy who they call the Merchant of Death. Like, sorry, babe, you're gonna have to be there for 9 years.
Should I feel like I don't know what you want me to do. Like, how can I live with myself after letting this guy be traded for you? I don't know.
Yeah, because what's gonna happen now?
See, I was like, damn, I'm like in love and all in, and now that you just put that in front of me, I'm like, nah, sorry, babe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's like
You fucked
personally,
up.
I feel like that would be like a major turnoff. Like, you knew.
I'm not going to hell for that.
Yeah, you knew not to bring that shit. You still did it, and you wanted to come home so bad because they had, you know, arraigned her for like 9 years, right, or something like that. And she's like, it's been a grueling 10 months. Meanwhile, Paul Whelan, that former Marine, has been there for 4 years, and they charged him for 16 years. So he's been there longer. He will be there longer. He didn't bring anything illegal over there.
That's fine.
Yeah. I don't know. There's like deal breakers for me. And when people are so selfish and ego driven like that they just see like themselves, like, I wouldn't even be interested in you when you came home.
That's great. I would ask what side Twitter is on, but Twitter is a fucking mess right now. So.
Yeah, I don't even do the tweets anymore. Speaking of deal breakers, I have a couple of deal breaker questions for you.
Okay, go shoot.
Let's bring in my friend Linnea for this one because I want to hear her input.
Hello.
What's up, Linnea?
Hello, Linnea. Welcome. So I have a couple questions. Do you guys think cheating is a deal breaker?
Cheating is absolutely a fucking deal breaker for me.
Yeah, there's no.
See, in my head, I'm like, okay, even Beyonce got cheated on, even Giselle got cheated on, but I'm also like, motherfucker, I could be with a billionaire and get cheated on. I'm not gonna stay with you and get fucking cheated on.
Yeah, no, cheating is a deal breaker.
I'm like, nah, I could fucking date for money instead then if I have to live fucking shitty ass. That's like my mentality on it.
Linnea, cheating is a deal breaker?
Yeah, it's definitely a deal breaker. It's out.
Yeah. I've tried to deal with people after they've cheated and it's always been so bad. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so you went through it first.
Yeah.
That now it's a deal breaker. See, I don't think
I know through experience. That's why it's a deal breaker.
Yes, exactly. Because you try to be forgiving and understanding, and you're like, you know, it was just pussy, whatever. But it's like, how could you do that to me? Like, I feel that shit in my soul. Like, yeah.
I think the worst is when guys cheat on like their pregnant spouses. It's like, I can't. How do you fucking?
That's murder.
How do you do that? Yeah, I can't.
You can get murdered. You can get murdered for that. What about if you find out they're doing like hard drugs?
Hard drugs.
Oh, that's hard. Because in the sense you want to help them, but then in a way, you know, when the person's on drugs,
I could help them.
Spiral, they just keep going and lying and doing shit and doing more drugs and relapsing. And
I could help from a distance. The relationship would be done, but I would still check in on you and make sure you're getting the right help and all that.
Yeah,
I could like check out.
So much has to go into hiding an addiction.
That's a good point.
I would not be able to trust that person. You've been going to pick the shit up, get high, hide your highness. Like,
on top of that, like if you have kids, so it's like, no, that's not at all.
I can't have that around at all. What about if they had a kid they didn't tell you about?
Oh,
no,
that's happened to me before.
What?
Shit.
Really?
You gotta tell us.
It happened to me. That shit is out. That shit.
How deep in the relationship were you when you found out?
Like 4 years.
Oh, 4 years. See, that's my biggest fear is that I would be with the guy and then there'd be like an illegitimate child all of a sudden, like fucking ancestry or some shit.
The way it happened was so bad. It's like we're just kicking it and this girl comes up with a stroller and the baby looked like the nigga twin.
Oh, so it was the child wasn't born before your relationship, it was born during your relationship. Oh my God.
Oh,
Mhm.
so that's for sure a fucking deal breaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you were fucking her, you got her pregnant, she was pregnant for 9 months, she delivered the thing, and you just pretended everything was cool.
Like, how do you hide that?
Did he know? Like, so he hid it.
I
Or did
didn't
she
know.
hide
I
it
didn't
from
even
him?
know who the girl was. He said that she was nobody. It was an accident. Blah blah blah. You know how they tell you
But did
stories.
he know that she was pregnant and everything? Or
Right.
I
did
didn't know
she
nothing
keep that
about
part
the
of
girl. I just seen the girl pushing a stroller up.
Oh no.
it?
The worst way to find out.
Yeah,
And
it
what
hurt.
what does he even say at that point?
I was just like, "Is that your baby?" And he just shook his head like, "Yeah, I think so."
But
And
he's
then
wearing his face, basically.
Yeah, I think so. No, you know it is.
right,
It's like, bro, this kid's wearing your face.
He could have
Like,
told you 9 months ago when the girl said she was pregnant, like, oh, I might have a kid on the way. And you could have decided then and
and
there.
decided if I wanted to stay or go. Yeah,
Exactly.
okay, see, if the situation was it was someone he got pregnant before you were together and had no idea of the child,
Mhm.
no, it was
Then
during
what?
the.
That's strange. But would that be a deal breaker?
I mean,
Oh,
if the girl didn't tell
That's like
him,
my fear is
Yeah.
that shit would happen to me. Like he wouldn't know, and then years later, like a 9-year-old pops up
oh,
when we've only been together 5 years. So like I can't get mad at him, but then like this child, like that's my
That's
fucking fear,
different.
honestly. Yeah, see, that's just,
no,
I'm
I don't
like,
know.
I don't know if I could do
I
that.
like kids. As long as I wasn't getting cheated on, I'd be able to.
You'd
But
be
you know
able to do
what? My rule is, and I don't care that I have 65 kids, I will not date someone with a kid. I can't. I won't. I'm
We
emotionally
just talked
stubborn.
this last time though. You remember I was like, oh,
Yeah.
talking about my boyfriend who has kids. I was like, I never thought I could date someone with kids. And then seeing him,
Mhm.
how he is with his kids, I'm like, oh my God, that makes me love you so much more. Like you're a mom and like he's pretty hands-on. Obviously, like the dad usually isn't always as hands-on as the mom is, but he is. And I'm just like,
Yeah, my boyfriend like said the same thing too. Like he never thought he could date someone with kids or that he would want to date someone with
yeah,
kids. But once he like saw
once you
how
see
much
them,
of a good mom I am and like how hands-on I am, like how could you not?
yeah,
Yeah. Because men like that maternal shit anyway. So
that's true.
um could you date someone though if their family disliked you? Would that be a deal breaker?
No,
Nope.
I've never had a boyfriend's family fucking like me.
Right.
I look like a fucking whore just walking around. They take one look at me, they're like, nah, not this.
They don't like you?
No, I don't think I've ever had, not really, not like fully. Like I had a high school sweetheart, obviously, but like he basically lived with us.
Yeah.
So his family, like they had opinions, but they also had their own problems. So it wasn't really a factor. My second boyfriend, his family treated me like shit. And I cannot believe, like looking back, I'm like, damn, I really went through that for this fucking guy. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't even remember at some point, like you don't even remember why you're in it anymore. You're just like,
Linnea, what
taking all
about
this
you?
shit, right?
I've had some cool situations with families, but not. It'd be cool with the moms, but it'd be the sisters. I don't know. They be
Yeah, the
Yeah, it's the
sisters,
sisters. It's
bro.
always the sisters,
For
bro.
they be
sure.
want to keep their brother close.
Right. You can have them.
Oh my God, like I did have a boyfriend who had like a cousin situation where like she was just weird. Like she had this type of jealousy thing. Like if he liked a cake that I made him, like she'd go make him that cake. Like
That's
weird kissing
What?
cousin kind of situation.
Oh no.
Like this was all the same dude. And I was like, family problems of the fucking yin yang. Like
Nah, for the most part, everybody I've dated, their families always liked me. There was one guy, his mom didn't like me because I didn't kiss her ass or because I kept it too real or because I told him to stand up to her. Like, obviously we're not together, but for the most part, like I've always got along with everybody's family. But if I didn't, I'd probably be like, nah, fuck that. I'm not putting up with that.
Right.
But would these all be deal breakers?
it wouldn't be a deal breaker for me, no.
No?
Unless he's like a super mama's boy and it's like getting to that point. Not, it wouldn't be a deal breaker, but it'd be a problem, I guess, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
because I wouldn't want that type of tension in my relationship. I'm already crazy enough. I don't need family drama
Right.
too.
See, like in my past,
Linnea's
like
all right.
yeah, in my past it was like we had such issues from his family that I was like, yo, we need time to like get away from them to see if we still work as a couple.
Yeah.
And then we moved in together like an hour and a half away, and like
It wasn't.
I
that
was like,
bad.
oh no, you're a fucking asshole. You are just like your family. I got to go.
Yeah. But could you deal with all the deal breakers, like the cheating, the drugs, the hidden child, the family disliking you, if that guy is a millionaire and he's bankrolling your whole life?
Oh my God.
Well, that's okay. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I could deal with deal breakers if I chose to be like a kept chick and I was treated well, and
Correct.
because I mean that's what, like, in my gap of having my boyfriend. I had a boyfriend 10 years ago, and this is my first boyfriend since. That's what I dated, right? I only dated like rich dudes, but it was very casual. Like, we had our understanding. Like, you're my friend when I need you to be my friend. You pay my fucking bill when I need you to pay my bill.
Yeah.
But we have a respect to each other also.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's how I dated before. And some of them I'd be like, yo, you're going to Atlanta. You do whatever you want to do out there as long as you get tested when you come back. And they'd be
Right.
like, no, like, I don't need to do that.
I feel like if they're
FaceTime me every fucking night. And I'd be like,
Right.
why aren't you at the strip club? Like,
right. If I feel like
it's
if you're
weird.
bankrolling my whole life, you could do whatever you want. And I'll
Yeah.
just be at home with the kids minding my business. Linnea, what about
It's
you?
one or the other though. I don't think I could live.
It's hit or miss because I got a mouth, so it just depends on the person. Like, are they trying to like control me too, or are they letting me do my thing?
That I
No, you could do your whole thing. Just accept the fact that you're going to be cheated on. They're going to do drugs from time to time. They might have kids popping up, and their family will never like you.
I'll be out the way with all the money, so it wouldn't even matter.
Correct.
Exactly. Yeah.
Correct. Exactly. Because I feel like men do that dumb shit anyway. So might as well
Right.
just accept defeat.
Why am I going to be broke and stressed out at the same time? I might as well have money.
Exactly.
But I will say that there's like another option. Like, from my experience, I'm like, I've met some good guys with money who aren't fucking that bad. So I'm like,
maybe. Maybe not. Maybe they just hit it well. Just kidding. What about this? Could you share custody of a dog or date someone who shared custody
no,
with their
that's
dog?
stupid. You gotta pick one.
Share custody of a dog?
Or
I hate when
or a
people
cat.
do that.
Linnea, so imagine
I
a
fucking hate
man
when
buys you a cat, right? And you guys are dating, and then you break up a year later, but he's like, I want to take the cat. What are you doing? Are you going to say,
First of all,
I don't
let's
even
split
want the
custody?
memories with that cat. He can have.
Exactly.
Correct.
Okay, that's a good one,
Thank
I
you.
guess. One, I'm like, if it's a gift, like if you gifted me
Mhm.
and like I take care of the cat well, I'm attached to the cat, like it's coming with me. If for
Right.
some reason the cat was more attached to you, the cat goes with you. But I could, like, dating someone, I'm like, no, that's fucking stupid. That's not, and I have dogs, so I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
that's like taking a
You're not-
kid. Like, I don't know. That's
No.
weird. I can't do it.
That's so,
No.
I feel
That's
like,
like a stupid excuse to just keep trying to
the door
see each other.
Yeah,
keep the door
like,
open.
oh, if they hit you up every 2 weeks,
I
like,
hate
how's
when
the
people
cat?
do that.
How's the dog?
yeah.
It's way
some
too
food.
common that people do that.
I've noticed, like, in this year, like, I've noticed couples that share custody, don't have kids, don't share property, nothing like that. They'll break up, clean breakup, but sometimes the dog's at mom's house, sometimes the dog's at dad's
No, and they
house.
legit go to
That's
like
like
mediation for it and shit too. That's
Yeah.
like a thing.
No, there's dogs that look like your dog at the shelter that need to go a good home. Go get one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can have the dog. It's not a kid.
I think it should go to whoever it's more attached to.
I feel like it's
Or
like,
who can take care of it more. Like, what if it's more attached to you, but you work like 10-hour shifts, then it's coming on with me.
I feel like it's lightweight toxic to share an
It's
animal.
toxic for sure.
Yeah, because you guys are gonna keep having to find reasons to talk to one another.
Mm-hmm. There's some bullshit like that.
Until that animal dies, you guys have a tie. Like, it's not a child.
It's not a kid. Oh,
Get a new dog. And then what? When the animal dies, you guys are gonna be consoling each other? Nah. No. Take the dog.
oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any toxic traits?
I don't know what my toxic traits are. I've been trying to figure that out. One, I think I like get over being angry too easily. Like, I wish I could fucking hold it on to it longer.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn, I have the
I'm
exact
a very
opposite.
I'll be
problem.
angry for
I
2
know you
weeks.
are.
We are opposite.
Yeah, thank you, Linnea. 6 months, bro. I'm the exact
Oh,
opposite.
God.
I wish I
need
could
5 to
not
6
be angry.
business days to calm down.
5 to 7.
I'm trying, like, I don't know. I'm trying to hold on to it. I'm just like, I just fucking can't.
No.
And I'm like perfectionist. Oh, my toxic trait probably too is that because of like my degree is neuroscience, like I can overanalyze the fuck out of something.
Oh, for
I'll be
sure.
like, no, you have this habit because this probably happened to you when you were doing it. And, like, you know, people
Oh,
don't,
for sure.
people aren't that intuitive, and I
For
expect them to be. And I'm like,
No,
bro.
for sure. Yeah.
I tried, like, actually, my boyfriend does something where he'll be like, well, if I didn't want to not bring it to you, because then you would have been like, why didn't you do it? And I was like,
Exactly.
when have I ever done that to you?
Yeah. Someone
Where
in
is
your
that
past
coming
did
from?
that to you.
And I said that, and he's like, what? No, like, and I'm like, yes, well, like, we're gonna have to figure this out.
That's exactly why you do it.
Like, cause that ain't me. I don't know who the fuck you're reacting to right now.
No, I get angry super easy.
But that's in general. You were
Yeah.
screaming today.
Yeah. I want not at my boyfriend.
Not
I just feel like
so what is your toxic trait then?
I
What is
have
yours?
so many. Do you want them in alphabetical order,
Yeah, throw some
chronological,
out, because
smallest
then
to
I'm like,
biggest?
maybe I do that too. I want to know.
Like, you know what I was doing today? Someone cut me off, dropping my
Oh.
son off at school, and then I realized we were going the same way. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cut this person off too, so they know how it feels. I feel like everybody needs some get back. That's my toxic trait. Like, if you piss me
That's
off
very
once, I'm gonna
Scorpio
piss
of
off
you.
twice.
That's
Yeah.
very Scorpio of
I
you.
don't like it. I don't want to be this way. I realized it in that moment. Like, you're fucking toxic,
No.
bitch. Let that person go on, or like, it's bad. Linnea, what's your toxic trait?
I would say I'm just too nonchalant. Like,
See, that's what I said, but you said you get mad 5 to 6 business days to calm
I get
down.
really mad, but at the same time, there's a lot of stuff I do just don't bother me, and people get upset about that. Like, I'm just
Oh,
unfazed,
for sure.
and I wish I cared more sometimes, but I just really don't. I don't know. But
Yeah.
also, toxic trait could be me just being angry sometimes.
Mhm.
But I worked on it.
Yeah, I'm currently working on it.
How
Or,
bad is your like snooping thing with like the phone and all that?
Oh shit.
like snooping through his phone?
Yeah.
No, I'm never
How bad
doing
is
that. I'm never doing that. Like, I'll look at his likes on Instagram or whatever, but I'm not going through his phone. No, because I wouldn't want someone to go through my phone. There's like private shit going on. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I would never. I mean, if he gave me a reason to, I probably would, but luckily he hasn't, and I don't want to be in a relationship with someone that gives me a reason to look through their phone.
That's how I like, if as soon as I start to feel that way, there's a problem and I'm probably
Mhm.
leaving. Oh, that's my toxic trait, is that because I haven't been in a relationship for so long, everything is like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
say that, but I feel that way.
Dude,
I'm aware of it, so I don't say it, but it makes me want to like,
I'm always
fuck
in a
this.
relationship, but I'm still so quick to be like, you know what? I could never talk to you again, and it'll be
That's
cool.
how I see. I could fucking love the fuck out of you and walk away from
Exactly.
you. That's
Yeah.
my toxic trait.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, cheating once, bye.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I have so many toxic traits. It's fucking horrible.
But I'm also just like general rule, like don't do shit to bitches that you wouldn't want men to do to me. Like, no.
Right. Exactly. That's
Right.
smart.
My boyfriend's very like I don't know if attentive is the right word, but he's like, I don't know, he just has that trait where he's, I don't know how to describe it.
I don't know. I feel like men are dumb though, because
They are dumb for sure. Because
Yeah.
I'd be like, they take that shit as an opening, dummy. Like, no. But I'm also like, I don't care that she takes that as an opening. I care that she thinks that she could get you from me, and I'm a fucking.
right. Yeah. She thinks she has a chance now while I'm sitting here at home.
And I got
I'm
a big
fucking
ass
idiot.
ego, and
Yeah.
now I got to worry about him fucking up my ego. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
With
like,
some-
that's my toxic trait
With
right there.
some ugly girl? No, sir. She needs to be fine.
You need to humble her ass right now, because I am like 100 times finer than she.
Yeah. No. Well, I think that about wraps up my topics for the day. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Fuck, I was gonna bring up. How long have you been in your relationship? This current
Shit. So it's like 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah. Which is about how long I've been divorced. So
Are
that's-
you full on divorced?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, see, my boyfriend is separated, and he never cared to file until because we started relationship right away, right? Like we didn't, like, third date, he was like, no, you're my girlfriend, that's it. So now it's like starting the process of divorce, I
Oh,
guess.
now he's starting.
Yeah, like
Damn, you're
yeah.
fucking a
He's
married
been,
man.
I know. That kills me.
Home wrecking.
It's
Just
it's okay. I feel the judgment. I know they were separated for 4 years before I came.
again, that's another reason why I say men are dumb. They don't care about shit like that. They're not thinking about in
Well,
the next relationship.
What actually occurs, my opinion on it too, is that my dad was the same way. They just don't ever care to fucking do it. He was the same way. He never bothered to be divorced. And then like he met my mom
Right.
and she was like, no, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, my parents split when I was like 9, but didn't actually get a divorce till I was like 15 until my dad wanted to remarry. They didn't see a reason to. They're like, well, you live in that house and I live in this house. And
Or some people
that's
do it
that.
for like tax purposes now,
Mhm.
like things like that. Like, I don't know.
Linnea, are you in a
We'll see how that
relationship?
goes.
I am.
Oh, look at you. How long have you been in a relationship?
Well, this person, I mean, it's kind of like an old flame. So we were together for like 6 years and then we split up and then we got back together. So it's been a little few months.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Can I
Yeah.
ask why you split?
We kind of grew apart. Like
Oh,
we were
okay.
just both young and toxic as fuck to each other. And I was like
Mhm.
in my 20s, like 23. He was,
Okay.
we were just
Sorry
really
about
toxic
that.
for each other, but we
Yeah.
growing up and things are
Yeah.
better.
Got some of that toxicity out of your system.
Oh, like 95% of it.
Yeah. That's good. That's always dope when people can like find each other.
Yeah, I
Right.
respect that. Because usually I hate the back and forth thing, but then I'm like, it's different if like, oh,
And I've never done
we
that.
went to college or yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I've never backtracked before, but I just, I don't know, it
Yeah,
feels right.
yeah. I feel like these days, like no one fucking wants to break up. Like even though you know you know what I mean? It's more
Yeah.
about the moving on thing. Like everyone gets back together, like can never just stop fucking seeing each other.
Really? Because I'm so quick to move on.
Yeah,
Right.
like me and you are like that, but most people, I feel like most people nowadays, especially with social medias and stuff, like you keep checking on the person. You're like, you
Nah.
don't let yourself move on, basically.
No, I don't care at all.
That's how I get.
Yeah.
It's rare.
Well, we will be back next week to talk more about this and to update on the Brittany Griner situation. We'll see if our world is in shambles from the Merchant of Death or not.
Damn.
We're gonna get nuked next week and we won't have a fucking show.
Hopefully we see you guys in a week. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Good
Thank
night.
you, Linnea. Have a good
All right,
night.
bye, y'all.
Bye.